Excessive dowries is another problem and challenge. Creation and innovation inside the marriage is another challenge. We innovate when it comes to the road to marriage. We innovate when we get married. And innovation is another problem. Also, we disregard the sunnah. From the niyyah to the nikah, we need to practice the sunnah. If you don't know what the sunnah is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَاسْأَلُهُ أَهْلِ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Before you get married, before you set up the thing, before you rent the hall, before you do anything, فَاسْأَلُهُ أَهْلِ الذِّكْرِ. Who's the Ahl al-Dhikr? They're not just any imams. They are the ulama and the fuqaha of the Quran and the Sunnah. Go and ask, what are the steps? What can we do, what we cannot do? And then after that, be in obedience. Because he says, أَطِيعَ اللَّهُ وَأَطِيعَ الرَّسُولُ وَأُولُو الْأَمْرِ مِنْكُمْ. Who is Amr minkum? Those people who have Amr over us in knowledge. And finally, marriage to non-Muslims. We already know that those sisters cannot marry no kafirs. Period. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told the Prophet in Surah Mumtahina, I think it is, the Surah Mumtahina, he says, O Prophet, when you take the oath of fealty from the women, don't send them back to the kafirs because they're not lawful women to the lawful wives to the kafirs, and the kafirs are not lawful husbands for them. Absolute. There's no doubt about this anywhere. There's no ikhtilaf about it anywhere. A Muslim sister cannot marry a kafir. If she willingly does that, she becomes a kafir. And as for a Muslim man, these non-Muslim sisters you're talking about marrying, these Christians that you want to marry, they are not the Ahl al-Kitab that Allah is mentioning in the Quran. They are Ahl al-Kitab because they call themselves Christians, but Allah made a condition when He mentioned that you can marry them. And that condition is that they have never been touched. Huh? They never entered no paramours. They never had no girlfriend. I mean, they never had no boyfriend. They never, you understand me, was married before. They never had a sexual relationship before. They have been pure and they have been chaste. Now, where you going to find those at? You got to go to the hospital and find them. When they're born. So, brothers, when you marry these non-Muslim women, you're going to wind up with a problem. Because in this country, those children, when they're born, they are British and they belong to the mother. And when you run out of money, or you run out of steam, or you run out of whatever else, and you run out with a problem, she going to wind up with your children, and she taking them to the church. And if she don't take them to the church, the grandparents on her side is going to take them to the church. Now, what you wind up with then? You wind up with some children that don't even know their father, or don't respect their father, or they wearing a cross, or they in the church, or they went someplace else, and you messed up. You're going to wind up by yourself and lonely. So don't marry these kafir women with all these Muslim sisters that's available. Take what Allah gave you, which is halal, and be patient. Don't marry these kafir women. Unless they become Muslims, they make tawbah, they become clean and lawful for you, then no problem. When you marry them, they're Muslims, your children is Muslims. Go right ahead. The Prophet said he did that. Having said that, brothers and sisters, I thank you very much, inshallah, for your patience and tolerance. And I want to respect the time. I want to thank the brothers from the Islam Bradford and for their work in the field of dawah, for their collaborating with the Purpose of Life Center. I hope I didn't say anything too graphic or annoying or aggravating for you. Brothers and sisters, at this point, if you don't mind, we are handing out some envelopes. Do you mind if I just say something? We're handing out some envelopes to you, which is envelopes that we give out in every place we go to support the work of the Purpose of Life Center. The Purpose of Life Center, alhamdulillah, we have 2 licenses to broadcast. We are not going to broadcast on television right away because the only option we have right now is Sky. And Sky is dangerous. So we don't want to broadcast on Sky. Plus, Sky wants 18 to 26,000 a month. Obviously, we can't afford that right now. And we want to give you quality. We don't just want to broadcast anything. So what we've decided to do, inshallah, very soon, we are going to webcast. So you will be able to get our programs webcasted 24 hours a day with good transmission if you have, what do they call it? What megabytes? What gigabytes they have? What's the first, second, or third level gigahertz broadband, whatever they call it. So if you have that broadband, you'll be able to get the Purpose of Life channel. And you'll be able to get the channel Islam, which is 2 channels that we have. You'll be able to get that very soon. How you can help us is by putting something in those envelopes. Because you will get the ajr, whatever Allah gives to us, you will share it in. Whenever a shahada is given by us, you will share in it. MashaAllah, any products or programs that we do, you will share in it. The other thing, we're not far from you. We're right down the street, or the M1. Come and visit us, so you can see physically what we're doing. We're building a Purpose of Life village. 26 penthouse apartments, 2-bedroom apartments right next to the center. We're building that. We're building a multi-purpose hall where if you want to rent something for 350 people and a very beautiful place on top of the hill, you'll be able to see that because we're going to build that, inshallah. Now, if you don't know what it is, go to our website, iin.tv. If you don't know what it is, come and visit us. We're open every single day. Any day of the week, come and visit us. But take my word for it. Secondly, if you benefited at all from this prep, we ask you, give something, because what you give, you will find it in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So having said that, if there's some questions, if there's time for it, I'll answer them. If there's no time for it, inshallah, the brothers, I think, want to remind you about the registration. Brothers and sisters, the registration had nothing to do, we ain't sharing none of your daughter's information with nobody. We're not doing that. We're not asking them to give us their information. We're just saying name, address, phone number, email, whatever you've got, then we take that and we register you. When we register you, that doesn't mean it's activated. Is that correct, Aki? You're not activated. That means that we don't share no information, nothing like that. In order for you to become activated, then you've got to, under supervision, you've got to then give us the detailed knowledge. For brothers, it means you got to give us all the information that you would want to know about a sister. And for the sisters, you got to provide us all the information through your wakils or your wali that you would want to know about a brother. Then we assign, along with the father and the wakil, we assign a supervisor. That supervisor might be an imam from Bradford, it might be an imam from Sheffield, it might be somebody from Manchester, but there will be 4 or 5 different supervisors who themselves are known to the Muslim community. Nobody will ever share information, nobody will ever get to meet anyone unless it goes through the processes through these imams or these supervisors. But the first step is, if you're interested and you're looking for a wife or you're looking for a husband, we ask you today to register, because you've got to be in it to win it. You heard that before. To be in it to win it, that means you got to at least register, otherwise we can't help you. You got to go another route. So may Allah bless you, brothers and sisters. I give the microphone to my colleague, Brother Ahmed, and I want to thank the brothers and sisters who organized this. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد ان لا اله الا انت ونستغفرك ونتوب اليك والسلام عليكم ورحمه الله.
Jazakumullah khairan. I'll just be very quickly because I know we haven't got much time. Inshallah, I'd just like to thank the Sheikh first of all. Jazakumullah khair. I do hear the talks every time we get something. Alhamdulillah, it's just as if he's new every time. I'd like to just thank the host, Islam Bradford. Alhamdulillah. I'd just like to apologize also for the delay and the technical problems we had there.